What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gershwan!
And today we're back at it to answer questions that you guys left behind in our greater
Did we do that right? For the greater WAAAGH! This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question, because we get to those questions first. And that is what? Let's see. I'm not prepared. Rick Franklin did. He asks, can you explain the Horus Heresy in less than 5 minutes? Challenge accepted. Because it's not really that complicated. I could explain it in like a couple seconds. It's a civil war, or a human civil war. Now let's break it down a little bit more. So during the Great Crusade, that was when the Emperor was sending his armies to unify the human civilizations that got splintered because of the warp storms and the Men of Iron during the Age of Strife. When he was doing that, it came to a point where he destroyed the strongest orc empire in the galaxy, the orcs of Olenor. And then at the celebration, he gathered all of his Primarchs. These Primarchs are Primarchs that he created because they were supposed to lead the armies during the Great Crusade, but then they were stolen by Chaos. Supposedly there was a pact or a deal that was brokered between the Emperor and the Chaos Gods. But anyways, he collected all those 18 Primarchs because
Well, technically he did collect all 20 of them. It's just that 2 of them were lost / went renegade. Anyway, they got obliterated from history.
Yep. So with those 18 or 19, because of Alfarius Omegon, right?
That's true.
With those 19, he gathered them all into this huge celebration to celebrate the fact that they destroyed the Greenskins. Cool fact: Olenor is actually Armageddon, which would later be important, but not for the Horus Heresy. So anyways, during that time, the Emperor was like, yo, I've been working on this. Well, he didn't tell them, but he was like, hey, I'm gonna break away for a little bit.
Don't ask why.
Yeah. I'm gonna give all my military power to my boy Horus. He's my favorite. I've technically, probably, theoretically been with him since the beginning, because check out our 40 facts on the origins of Horus. That'll explain everything. And then the other, administrative stuff I want to give to humanity, because my plan is to eventually give all the power to humanity. I want humanity to rule themselves, so they need to start now. We can't stop. We can't keep treating them like children, basically. And then the Primarchs were like, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. And obviously there was jealousy within that whole thing. Like, why'd you pick Horus? Why wouldn't you have picked me? Each individual Primarch had their own little fit. Each one of them had their own little quirk that made them either separate a little bit further from the Emperor because of this, or at least question him. What the Emperor was actually doing is he went back to Terra, he went underneath the Himalayan mountains, and he was working on a webway portal for humanity, only humanity. He understood that in order for for humanity to be well connected and not worry about warp travel, he needed to create a webway just like the Eldar did. I mean, the old ones did, because the Eldar kind of adopted the webway. But so yeah, that's what he wanted to do. And he went on a mission and all that kind of stuff. And slowly, I didn't talk about Lorgar. Damn. There was a Primarch named Lorgar, who was corrupted when he was first introduced into his homeworld, when all the Primarchs were scattered across the galaxy. Lorgar in particular landed on a planet that already worshipped the Chaos Gods, and they basically said they planted in his mind that he should worship the Emperor as a god. The Emperor did not want this. The Emperor believed that religion is bad, and that usually leads to the downfall of humanity whenever they start worshiping a certain person. Lorgar went further and acted as a pawn to the Chaos Gods and recruited Horus. He kind of, because of the whole lodge thing. What is it called?
Oh, like
Well, basically, the Horus was fighting a war against this either alien race or it was just like an uprising of humans. He got hurt, and the people of that area said, "Hey, we can heal him. You just have to bring him to us." And Horus was brought to them. Some crazy voodoo magic was performed. Oh, it's already past 5 minutes. Damn it. So some crazy voodoo magic happened. Really, they were all chaos worshippers who helped Horus get better. Oh, spoiler alert! Just in case if you guys are watching or listening to the Horus Heresy or reading the books. But okay, so then that corrupts Horus. Horus slowly starts to turn to chaos. He recruits his other Primarchs. He wanted the one Primarch that he really wanted to get on his side is Sanguinius, because Sanguinius is his bro. He doesn't. So then eventually he just declares what's his name? The Emperor. He declares the Emperor like a messed up father and attacks. Meanwhile, Magnus the Red foresaw this, tries to warn the Emperor, because the Emperor again is working on his secret webway project. When he gets to the Emperor, he did this thing where like he transmits his soul through the warp to warn him. Think of like, what's his name?
Doctor Strange, astral projection, all that.
Yeah. And then he gets to Terra, to the Himalayan mountains, and then he realizes that it's protected by some like boundary. And then Magnus is like, nah, I'm going to get through. He breaks through.
That shows you how strong he is. Like, he's able to break through like the strongest protection barrier that's like hasn't been broken, can stop the chaos demons from entering in.
What he didn't know is that now the chaos demons can get in because he just broke the door.
Right.
And the Emperor gets furious, and he sends a message to his Primarchs, bring Magnus to me. Like, he shouldn't have done this. Lorgar intercepts this message. Is it Lorgar or Horus?
Horus.
Okay. Horus intercepts this message, tells Leman Russ, hey, your boy the Emperor wants you to kill Magnus. And then he goes and he basically tries to destroy all of, what is it called?
Tiska
and all that. That is when Magnus sides with Tzeentch.
Because he got his back broke.
Yep. He did. And then
on top of the Brokeback Mountain.
And then slowly a bunch of Primarchs turn. This is a really bad job. I need to like sit down and actually like read or write this down. But yeah, so it eventually was like 9 traitor Primarchs, 8 loyalist Primarchs. I didn't even talk about the
Isvan massacre.
Yeah, or any of that. Damn.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
When you really start thinking about it, there is a lot, because you have the whole like Battle of Calth and all that stuff.
That too. Yeah. And then the Conclave, right? Not the Conclave of the Scale Lords. What's the other one?
The Cabal.
The Cabal.
The
Yeah,
Cabal.
I forgot to talk about the Cabal. Basically, the loyalists and the traitors fight each other. The Mechanicus turns on the Emperor.
Half of them.
Right, but like the Fabricator General,
the main dude, he turns his back.
Yeah, and there's a huge epic battle on Terra. They actually get to Terra, but the Emperor wins because he teleports onto the battle barge of Horus.
With Sanguinius and Dorn, but then they get split apart because chaos.
Yep, and Horus technically kills Sanguinius, but I guess that got changed now.
Yeah. Everybody got split up because they didn't face them together. Sanguinius got split up, Dorn got split up, and the Emperor got split up. Sanguinius encountered Horus first. They fought. Horus apparently made a chink in his armor, but he did fall. Dorn never got there, but this is speculation. They're saying that perhaps either John Grammaticus, which was just a regular human perpetual from the Cabal, met with Horus, stopped him from killing Sanguinius, but he sacrificed his life to give those precious few moments for the Emperor to arrive. Or it could just be some regular guardsman that like bought time. It's wishy-washy.
Yep.
Then the Emperor and Horus had their epic battle. Emperor was holding back the whole time until the end, where he's like, I gotta kill you. And then chaos left Horus's body. Horus, for like that split second, knew, damn, I effed up hard. And then the Emperor killed him.
Yep. And yeah, the Emperor got enthroned onto the Golden Throne.
Yeah, because he held
Basically a
back.
life support system.
Yeah, he held back so much, like he almost died.
Yeah, and he also needs to keep the Astronomicon going, which we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
And then he needs to keep the webway closed because Magnus broke that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to create like a shortened version of the Horus Heresy and just try to create a 40 facts video on it. Because this is a little fun.
It is.
It's kind of fun. Try to remember everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't even like. It'll be cool to go through each individual Primarch too and like explain
Their views.
Yeah.
The massacre, and there's a lot of awesomeness.
Yeah, we could probably do like 20 minutes. 20 minutes is enough to like explain the Horus Heresy.
Right.
But
Good question. A good recap for anybody who wants to know too.
yeah.
Somewhat good.
Next question.
This one is by Sam Jackson. Are there any Imperial units, past or present, that a Space Marine could not fight alone?
So like any Imperial, you said Imperial Guard regiments, right?
Yeah.
So the most elite of the Imperial Guard regiments are the Kasserkin. Now they are called the Tempestus Scions. I would say that a Space Marine could take them.
Mm-hmm.
So no, not really. Maybe Imperial Assassins, but that's not a regiment. That's just like a really well-trained assassin. Yeah, because even like the Catachan, I think the Catachan are tough.
Just not Space Marine tough.
Yeah.
This one's by Fraser Steen. If a Tyrannid ate Bridget B, would they turn into hentai?
No.
Because Tyranids are not tentacled creatures. Some are, but for the majority they're not. They're bugs.
Yeah, I think what would happen if they ate Bridget B would be like they turn in the Norrin Queen. Check out our 40 facts on the Norrin Queen. It would just be like a giant, like, what did you say, dummy thick Tyrannid bioform?
Yeah.
Like a cross between a Slaneshi Demonette, Bridget B, and a Tyrannid. There is, in Rick and Morty, the episode where not Meg, what's her name? Beth. Where Beth turns into like a lizard thing. I think that's what it would look like.
Interesting.
Yeah. Next question.
This one was, or is by Gideon Sider. Do you know what's going on with Gasgul Thraka? Like, what's he currently doing in the lore? Isn't he just fighting? Or no, he left. He left Armageddon.
Yeah. Yep, he left Armageddon and he's fighting the Tyranids now on Octavia Sector or Arctaria Sector. But after that, we don't really know. We don't know what's happening with the... Was it Mork's Grin? That's what they call the giant warp rift. But we're going to get more information when they do the Psychic Awakening for the Orcs. Hopefully. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we get a new model.
Yeah, because his model is really old and very, like, boxy.
Very boxy. Next question. I have one from Harry Tubman.
Harriet Tubman?
Nope, Harry Tubman.
Aw.
Why didn't the Emperor destroy the Tau when he discovered them?
They were primitive. They weren't a threat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Emperor found a bunch of primitive life forms and he wouldn't have bothered to.
Yeah, because at the time, I mean, it's best to use your resources wisely, and why just destroy every random primitive race? But obviously, like, after years and years, they blew up.
Yeah.
This one is by Digital Sigma. Which 40k armies do you think are the least played on the tabletop, and why? This is interesting, because I feel like there's 3 armies in particular that you rarely ever see. Genestealer Cults, Dark Eldar, and Sisters of Battle.
Yep. That's probably all going to change.
Right.
Well, the Sisters of Battle.
Because they're getting new models. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Check out our 40 facts on the Sisters of Battle that came out last week. We're doing a giveaway. So if you guys want to win that epic box set, which isn't even going to be released until or the individual models are going to be released until 2020. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. I also don't think, like, I've never seen, like, Eldar.
I've seen Eldar a few times, but Dark Eldar and specifically, like, I rarely see. What were you gonna say?
I think the reason that those armies aren't really played on the tabletop is when you think of 40K, you think of epic battles. And the lore behind the Dark Eldar, the Sisters of Battle, and the what was the other one that you said?
Gene Stealer.
The Gene Stealers. They're very skirmishy.
Yeah.
They'll be great for Kill Team. They'll be great for like a Dark Heresy book, but I don't think or game. But I don't think they're good for like.
Yeah, that's true.
40K.
Especially when you think of like large scale war like armies. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. And I agree. Like with the added on of the Eldar. Because I've heard of the jet bikes being good, but I've never seen somebody actually play jet bikes. Like not even on mini wargaming and stuff. Mostly it's always like orcs, Imperial Guard, Space Marines, Tyranids.
Now that I think about it, there's not a lot of Skitarii either.
No. Skitarii are good. I like playing my Skitarii. And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. We enjoy answering these questions as much as you like asking them. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve. That's what we do. That's
Los compadres, las posadas.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stay tuned because we got more fun videos for the rest of the year.
That's right. And be sure to stay tuned for 2020.
Yes.
This has been the Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
And we are out of here.